Tesla FUD, but what does that even mean? FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And you, my friends, cannot spell FUD without FU and a whole lot of D. I'm Brian. Welcome to my Tesla weekend. So we're going to go ahead and do this. Have some fun here. Have some fun. This is a fun day. So first of all, tell me what the weather is like wherever you are, because it's a beautiful day. And I want to hear all about it, even if the weather's not necessarily all that beautiful where you are. It's a beautiful day. Let's get to it. I did want to say a quick thanks to new patrons Ren at Down East US, Jean, and Meet Ocular 3XT1000, and thank you to upgrading patrons Rodney, Rick, and Bob. Thank you guys so much. Your support is how I'm able to do this. You can support me on Patreon or Twitter or by becoming a member on YouTube, right here, where I think you probably are. You get your name up here. It's a little out of date. I apologize for that. So let's have some fun. The FUD, man, it just never ends. It never ends. With higher sales abroad, Tesla's repairability concerns are crossing the pond. You can read into this. There's a bunch of anecdotes. One that I thought was pretty fun was that they crashed a Model 3 at only 10 miles per hour, and it cost 10 grand to get it fixed. Pick a different shop. This is nonsense. This is FUD. There was a great discussion on Twitter I saw where, was it Twitter or was it even in my own comments? It might have been in my own comments. Yeah, it was, where we were talking about math and we were saying how ridiculous it is that you're trying to compare cars that are different prices. Well, my insurance went up when I bought a Tesla because that's how unsafe they are. Did it? Or did it go up because you switched from a 15-year-old economy car to a brand new premium car? I think that's it. And one of my users went in and found insurance rates for BMW 330s versus Model 3s, and guess what? They were the same. It's true that modern cars cost a lot to fix. That's true. Start with that. That is believable. Tesla's stock downgraded. Now, not all of these are the most current. June 22nd, still pretty current. Well, they gave it a price increase, but still said they're overweight. Yeah, we got to worry. Guys, the analysts are saying things. Are we still listening to those guys? Because we've established that they don't know what production is, they don't know what the factories are doing, and they don't know the roadmap. Stop trusting them with your money if you know more about something than they do. I would love to have a friend who could give me amazing advice. But if my friend knew that advice, they would be doing it themselves, and they would be a fund manager if they were any good at actually beating the market. Most fund managers can't, and they are paid very well for it. That's why I cover one company very heavily, and I know what I'm doing, at least for my money, when it comes to that. U.S. House Committee Chair concerned by Tesla deals in China. Now, I don't normally link Reuters or anybody with a paywall, but I've been to their website so infrequently that it's not paywalled for me. You can use a number of websites to get around it. I don't care for them. They've become clickbait, and this is no exception. Really? The government's worried that Tesla has a factory? Chinese state media said it would produce megapacks. Yeah, well, we don't actually know if that's true yet. I would love to believe that that's true. This is from April, but it's not. And they're concerned that they're doing deals? Why? You know that companies have been working with China for over 20 years, 25 aggressively. Come on. For that matter, we've got this big concern here. U.S. has real concerns about Tesla autopilot driver interaction. Yes, NHTSA gets complaints. Now, what NHTSA actually gets is coordinated attacks. I have a source who shared with me some information about what goes on at NHTSA. Yeah. See, there's an email address that receives all these complaints every day, and a department responsible for sorting them, for triaging them. Arbitrage. for triaging them. And what they do is look at the complaints, look at the seriousness, and then do research to determine how to proceed. In the beginning, you'd go, oh my gosh, you know what? This new company, Tesla, we got a complaint. Well, then the Wompy Wheels situation came about, where one person took it upon himself to file complaints on behalf of every Tesla owner he could identify. These people were not filing the complaints themselves. They often had no idea what was going on, or that their name had been used, as I understand it. These coordinated attacks do not help. They do not spur NHTSA to act. You're crying wolf, guys. Having we've got so many complaints. When they open their email each day at NHTSA, they go, oh my gosh, look at all these deaths from FSD that we just heard about. And then they check the news, and then they look for police reports, and magically, it didn't happen. Because it's not real. So having concerns versus there actually being concerns, Reuters do better. Reuters is chasing clicks. They're not malicious, they're greedy. Let's not attribute to malice what we can just as simply attribute to Reuters just kind of sucking. They've got the FUD, and their D is hanging out big time. They're doubts. They've got dangly doubts. They've got flaccid doubts dangling on the internet. I'm told that's a thing. Well, while we're here, did you know Tesla's full self-driving is worthless, says Shorty Short Jim Chinos. Yeah, Jimbo, I understand you've lost billions shorting this company, and you're furious. You're lashing out. It's a normal human reaction to feel these things, but don't kick the dog. You're trying to convince people that this company isn't worth something when it is. It's worth a lot. Well, Tesla depreciates faster than Tesla cars. Yeah, it does. It does. That's true of a lot of premium upgrades on cars. That's true. You will still get value from FSD when you sell it to a private party. And even when you trade it in, you'll get some value for it. Not as much as you paid, certainly. Why would you? But that's true of any premium package you get on a car. If you're looking at a 20-year-old Cadillac, I don't care which trim level it is. It's worth the same. So I'm glad that you got the fancy stuff, but I ain't paying for it. It's just kind of how it is. But Jim Chanos cannot be taken seriously, in part because he's a crybaby, and I'd cry too if I lost the kind of money he did. But he bet wrong, and boy did he bet big. He is rightfully furious, but not to be taken seriously. Never ask a barber if you need a haircut. The answer's going to be yeah, hippie. Tesla car sales grow slower than expected, amplifying concerns. I will not tell you what my very racist grandmother used to call this newspaper, because she was a terrible person. I mean, she was a sweet old lady to me, but Wall Street has grown decidedly pessimistic about Tesla, fearful, there's the F, that Elon is too focused on Twitter. This is an older article. This is from last year? No, last month. January. So it's a little out of date. But this is a joke, right? They're concerned about deliveries. The roadmap was clear. They were on track. The 50% year-over-year growth wasn't every single year. It was over a course of years, and they're on that track still. So, no, they're fine. And we've seen more amazing execution since then. That just proves that this was nonsense when it came out. Well, but it was in the New York Times, Brian. Surely that means something. Yeah, F all. Tesla's surge. Will it help reflate the EV bubble? Do you know there was an EV bubble, and I'd say that was true. We saw makers like Lucid and Nikola and Rivian all getting sky-high valuations, but I would argue they're still sky-high. There's no way Lucid is worth more than Mazda and Isuzu combined. That doesn't make sense. They've sold 2,810 cars this year. Their target of 10,000 cars in the year, they will not hit. Their orders, they are not ordering enough parts to build 10,000 cars this year, I assure you. And they Even if they do, it will not be enough to save them. Their cash burn, at least as of Q1, was $11 million a day. That's a lot of pancakes. So yeah, ignore it. And don't worry, these get more fun. We're getting through them quick. These get more fun, I promise. Tesla leads large drop in used electric car value. Model 3 is down 30%. Did you know? Yeah, well, there's a couple factors here that you really have to dig in to find. The first is that used car prices were astronomically inflated. All of them should be coming down. But Tesla has reduced the price on their new vehicles by so much, and the new vehicles qualify for larger buyer incentives. Meaning, if they didn't come down 30%, a used one would cost significantly more than a new one. The used one has to be cheaper than the new one, or it's kind of tough to sell. Well, the Model 3, the Model X, yeah, those two models did have significant price drops. 19% down on the Model S. Yeah, that one had a big price drop too. And yeah, some of the usual suspects. Nissan Leafs have never held their value well. That should be the headline. They've never held their resale value well. But no, we have to put Tesla in the headline because I have some thoughts about this, but I don't wish to make any enemies. So I will not say them. What do we got here? Oh, look at this. A major Tesla luxury rival is quietly gaining strength and market share. Mercedes-Benz reports impressive second quarter sales in the US and worldwide. Yeah, that's great. I'm excited for Mercedes. Their cars are nice. They're nice. I don't like the looks of all of them. The EQS, I think, is grossly disappointing. But Mercedes is a luxury car maker. They will always be a luxury car maker. And that market has a limit. Tesla's now making cars that compete on price with Camrys and Corollas. Yes, Corollas. There are places where you can get a Tesla Model 3 significantly cheaper than a Prius. So unless Mercedes is also going to get into the ultra low price range, the super econo car range, it's not a concern. I'm happy for Mercedes. I'm happy for their buyers. Their cars are pretty good, pretty solid, and only getting better. All that's great news. But we're almost to the fun part, and I hope you mention in the comments, what's the weather like where you are? Because I actually do want to know. Tesla looks to pay people to drive its vehicles. See, we're just being silly. And then they go, well, it's actually test drivers. Come on. Clickbait. Clickbait, U.S. News and World Report. Clickbait. And then we get to the second silliest of the day, climate implications of Tesla's free color change. Yeah, a darker car is going to warm the earth more than a white car. Oh, that's so irresponsible. Wow. Really? That's what we're doing. Okay. White roofs help cool down urban environments. It's a simple solution with a lot of impact. Yeah, if we're talking, come on. It's fun. It's very very silly. But it's dumb. If this is the best FUD we've got, things are going good. And the last one, kind of my favorite, Clown O'Dan has apparently been banned from advertising on Twitter after his concerns over the safety of FSD go viral. Yeah, a lot of the true dummies believe it. They believe it. They believed it. They shared it. Oh my gosh, look at it. So let's look at this news story. It looks like news. Oh, Cision PR Wire. New PR news. Oh, so this is a PR thing. Okay, that's fine. Twitter banned top critic. from promoting videos of critical safety defects in its flagship software. The promoted tweets included videos of FSD failing to stop a stop sign, ignoring Do Not End, and running down lifelike child and Labrador mannequins. 2. Twitter cited unnamed, yeah. Twitter safety critical software expert Clown O'Dan, founder of public safety advocacy group. No, it isn't. The Dawn Project. And by the way, no, he isn't. He's not a safety critical software expert. He makes OSs for cars, but he won't tell you which ones. And he makes compilers and debuggers. Compilers and debuggers, yeah, they're hack proof. Right, because they're compilers and debuggers. People don't really hack those. There's not really a benefit to hacking those. But what Dan should know, Mr. Clown O'Dan should know, is that it doesn't matter. Your days are numbered, because when you get under Elon's skin, and maybe you have, he'll release a compiler and a debugger for free. I think that's probably already underway. Can you imagine trying to compete with a rival compiler or debugger that's free? Other car makers are already looking to implement Tesla software collaborations because it's better software. Yes, Dan, a Twitter showed that project. Oh gosh, it's great. This reads like a press release. PR Newswire. Let's see who wrote this. News provided by the Clown Project. Well, there you go. Dan, if you don't want Elon to have money, stop giving him money. He's helping you. He's making things better. Hey man, what was your favorite FUD of the week? Maybe we should cover that. Stay tuned, stay juicy. Can't wait to hear from you clever robots. I don't know. Maybe this weekend at EVs and Caffeine on Saturday in Vancouver at Creed Coffee. Or Sunday at the McAdams Service Center in Oregon, where I will be a guest speaker for the Oregon Owners Club Tesla situation. That's going to be great. Join me at either one of those. Love to see you there. And yeah, all that good stuff.